What's in a name? Before we go any further, let's pause for a moment. There's something important we haven't talked about yet: your character's name. And I'll admit, that's pretty important. For example, if you name a character Percy, people might think of someone brave and adventurous, like Percy Jackson from Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Percy is named after Perseus, a hero in Greek mythology, known for slaying Medusa. And that is all I will say on the matter because I don't believe in book spoilers. But if you name a character Luna, your readers might imagine someone mysterious and magical, like Luna Lovegood from Harry Potter. You can use names to set up certain expectations about your character's traits, personality, or appearance. Here's some examples. A character with the name Leo, meaning lion, might make us think of bravery and leadership. A name like Raven could suggest a character who's dark, mysterious, or wise, like the bird. You might want to name your character Willow to make us think of someone who's gentle and graceful, like the tree. When it comes to naming your character, there are many ways you can make the name meaningful. You can choose names based on history, genre, language, or cultural context. For example, if you're writing a historical fiction story, you might pick names that were popular in that time period you're writing about. In a fantasy story, you could create names that sound magical or ancient, while a sci-fi story might call for futuristic or unusual names, yet to be invented. You can also think about the cultural background of your character. Names can reflect a character's heritage, adding depth to who they are and where they come from. For instance, if your character has roots in a particular culture, choosing a name from that culture can make your story more authentic. Here are some other associations you could make with names: literary characters, historical figures, elements, mythology, nature, colours, virtues and traits, animals, weather, or even languages. You can pick names that match your character's traits, or you can be funny and do the opposite. For example, imagine naming a big tough warrior Tiny. It's a fun way to surprise your readers. Just remember, this kind of humour works best with side characters or in more playful stories. And while some people say random name generators are terrible for stories, there are actually some great ones out there that can help you choose names with a purpose. And these tools can provide names that fit the theme, the setting, or genre of your story. Just remember to pick a name that feels right for your character and story. One more thing to consider. Sometimes characters have nicknames that show how other people see them. For example, a character named Elizabeth might be called Liz by her friends. But if she's in trouble, her mum might use her full name, Elizabeth Jane Smith. People often have a bunch of nicknames in real life. For example, in my own life, my dad calls me Poss, based on the Australian children's book Possum Magic. Most of my family and friends shorten my name to Brie. Or when I was younger, Cheesy. Get it? Do you get it? And when I used to play basketball, I had the nickname Inspector Gadget. I'll let you figure that one out. But in your story, it's better to keep it simple so readers don't get confused. Think about who uses your character's nickname and how your character feels about it. Do they love it, or do they secretly wish people would stop using it? I'm going to be honest here, I'm kind of glad I grew out of Cheesy. Remember, how your character looks and what they're called can say a lot about who they are. Have fun picking out names and showing off their traits in creative ways. Happy writing, and see you next time.